You're a long way from Gotham, Detective. Not many city folk venture this deep into backwoods without good reason. I heard through the grapevine some masked guy was asking questions about Leatherface. What's your interest in that particular monster? He's been terrorizing these parts for decades, killing anything that moves through his territory. Most people smart enough to stay away. You don't strike me as someone who runs from problems, though.
Daryl, I came to you because you've survived situations most people wouldn't. Leatherface isn't like Gotham's criminals. He's not motivated by money or power. He kills because that's all he knows. His family raised him as tool, nothing more. I've been tracking reports of missing persons connected to his territory. He's expanding his hunting grounds, moving closer to populated areas. If he reaches cities, the body count multiplies exponentially. I need to stop him before that happens, but standard law enforcement tactics won't work.
That psycho's been killing folks out here since before I was born, far as I can tell. Law enforcement don't care much about rural folks disappearing. They figure it's just natural selection happening. But you're saying he's getting bold, moving into new territory. That changes things. How many people are we talking about? And more importantly, what exactly are you planning? You can't just shoot him like normal animal. That sicko's more animal than human at this point. Something keeps him going after all these years.
Leatherface doesn't feel pain like normal humans do. Physical trauma barely slows him. He's been raised to hunt and kill, rewarded for violence by deranged family. His entire psychological structure is built around that role. Stopping him requires understanding he's less criminal mastermind and more rabid predator. He operates from pure instinct and family conditioning. I've studied survivors' accounts. He doesn't think strategically, he just attacks anything unfamiliar in his territory. That predictability could be exploitable.
Leatherface doesn't hunt alone, does he? His whole family participates in the killings and disposing of bodies. You'd be dealing with multiple deranged individuals, not just one psycho. Taking down Leatherface means taking down everyone protecting him. That's a different situation than stalking one killer. His territory is fortified with traps and prepared killing grounds. He's had decades to make that place into fortress designed for maximum efficiency at murder.
His family is part of problem, but also potential leverage. Leatherface has emotional connection to them despite abuse he receives. If I can remove him from family structure, separate him from only people he's ever known, his psychological stability collapses. He becomes confused and vulnerable. That's when intervention becomes possible. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to contain him and eventually reform him. But that requires breaking family bonds first. Your experience dealing with cult-like groups might help with that approach.
Reforming someone raised to be human meat processor sounds impossible. But I've seen stranger things since the walkers came. People change when given actual choice instead of living under constant threat. But separating Leatherface from family means drawing him out of his territory, away from protective environment where he's strongest. That's risky because he becomes unpredictable when displaced. He might panic and start killing indiscriminately, trying to find his way back. Or he might turn on whoever removes him from family structure.
I'm positioning bait that appeals to his predatory instinct without involving family. Lone travelers passing through territory, seemingly vulnerable and isolated. He won't resist hunting. Once he leaves secure area pursuing prey, I cut off escape route back to family compound. He becomes separated from reinforcements and familiar environment simultaneously. That's when psychological pressure becomes most effective. He'll be confused, afraid, aggressive.
Baiting him with fake victims is risky strategy. What happens if real innocent people get caught in crossfire? You're essentially using someone as victim to draw out monster. That's morally questionable even if end goal is stopping him. And once you've got him separated from family and territory, what exactly is your containment plan? You can't just handcuff Psycho and hope he cooperates. He'll fight like animal backed into corner. You need facility designed specifically for holding someone that dangerous and damaged.
Let's get Robin's input.
He's been conditioned since childhood to believe killing is how he shows loyalty and proves his value. If we separate him from family, we're not just removing his support system. We're erasing the one thing that made him feel important. But that also creates opening. If we can introduce alternative identity, something that makes him feel valued without requiring violence, he might accept it. He's not evil by nature, he's just been trained that way. Retraining is possible if we're patient enough.
Giving psycho-human murder a new identity instead of old one requires time and resources most people won't commit to. But I get what Robin's saying. During the Walker apocalypse, I've seen worse people become better when given reason to survive for something besides killing. Maybe Leatherface needs work, needs responsibility, needs feeling of being part of something without violence. That's actually possible if we can contain him safely and introduce stability gradually. What kind of facility are you thinking about?
I've been working with psychiatric specialists and have access to secure facility originally designed for high-risk patients. It's equipped for someone with Leatherface's behavioral issues, specially reinforced cells, monitored constantly, therapeutic intervention programs. Not prison designed for punishment, but treatment facility designed for healing. We're not locking him away forever. We're giving him chance to become something other than killing machine. It requires commitment and patience, but it's viable alternative to execution or traditional incarceration.
What if he doesn't? What if given safety and stability, he just waits for a moment to attack staff and escape? You're asking people to work with someone who's murdered dozens of innocents. That's asking a lot of therapists and orderlies. Have you prepared for a situation where he refuses treatment and becomes liability to facility and everyone in it? Can you justify keeping him alive if he shows no signs of accepting help?
Master Bruce, Mr. Dixon, I must express significant concern about this rehabilitation strategy. You're proposing to house individual responsible for dozens of deaths in therapeutic facility alongside civilian staff members. The risk calculation is extraordinarily troubling. This Leatherface individual has never shown capacity for empathy or remorse. What assurance exists that he won't simply wait for opportunity to murder therapists attempting to help him? Have you consulted with psychiatric professionals about feasibility of treating someone with a specific damage profile?
Valid point about safety concerns. I've prepared contingency that addresses his worry. If Leatherface shows no progress within 6 months, if he continues attempting violence or escape, facility switches to permanent containment mode. He remains alive but completely isolated in secure cell without therapeutic contact. He exists but causes no harm. It's not ideal, but it's better than summary execution. I believe in second chances, but I'm not naive about consequences if rehabilitation fails.
We separate Leatherface from family using bait strategy you described. I'll help manage him during separation phase, handle prisoner extraction with experience I've got. Once he's contained in your facility, you handle therapy and rehabilitation. If he changes, good. If he doesn't, he's locked away safe. Either way, he stops killing innocent folks through these backwoods. That's enough reason for me to help you.